I get this question a lot. How do I name my Pinterest boards? How many boards should I have? Should I have one board for each topic or should I combine everything? And honestly, I get why it's confusing. So today I will be showing what actually worked, tested on my own account and with my clients' accounts. I will tell you exactly the right number of boards, how to name them so Pinterest pushes your pins to the right people, and the one setup mistake that quietly kills your Pinterest reach. So this is what a properly set up Pinterest account looks like, and by the end of this video, yours will look like this too. Here's something most people don't realize about Pinterest. Pinterest is not a social media. It's like a visual search engine. Think like Google, but visual. It uses context signals to decide what your content is about and who to show it to. Your boards are one of the biggest context signals you can have inside of your account. When you create a pin and save to a board, Pinterest reads that board, the name, the description, and the other pins inside of it, and uses all of that to decide what's your pin about. So if your board is called something like My Pins or Inspiration, Pinterest literally doesn't know what to do with that. It usually guesses, and it usually guesses wrong. So let me walk you through how to do this the right way. Before we get into the right number, I want to tell you something that actually matters more than the right number of boards. You need 3 types of boards on your account. The first type is your main niche boards. So these are your core boards that define what your account is about. They should match the main topics you create content around. For my creator account, for example, these are things like fashion, beauty, nails content. The second type are sub-niches. Your board names shouldn't be generic because it helps you reach and Pinterest to categorize your content better when you create more niche-specific boards or sub-niches. Let's say you first start your board with something like nail art. So sub-niches boards could be something like pink nail art ideas, or your first board maybe is health meals. Then a sub-niche could be something like health protein snacks recipes. So be specific for your board names, and of course, only save pins that are actually related to that board title. And this is important because it helps Pinterest understand better your pins and your whole account content. The third type of boards are seasonable or trending boards. So Pinterest is great for seasonal content, so make sure to create seasonal boards as well. Boards like fall bedroom decor must-haves or Halloween desserts recipes, those are great to save your seasonal content, which always do great on Pinterest. Just don't forget your seasonal boards. Remember to always use them every year, and if possible, try to say something there once in a while, even off season, just to keep it a bit active. Of course, you won't be saving 30 pins on Halloween nails in January, but try to say something once in a while in every seasonal board you have, just so they don't die and keep always active. Wait, I need to stop you there because there is one type of board I see on almost every account I audit, and it actually hurts your Pinterest. It's the catch-all board, a board with a mix of content that I don't even know how to describe it. A board that has absolutely everything and anything of many different niches, sub-niches, something like my pins board that many personal accounts have. It's completely fine for a personal account because personal account doesn't need to have a reach and doesn't need to get clicks. This is actually a mistake I see a lot, especially from people that are transitioning from a personal account to a business account. So if you're on a business account, just forget it, create better niche-specific boards and save your pins of different topics in different boards. So this is the part that actually gets things going well on Pinterest, and almost nobody does it. Your board names are searchable on Pinterest. That means that people can find your boards and your pins directly through the search bar inside of Pinterest. And by the way, the boards can also be found as Google results when people are searching on Google. So even if they've never heard about you, they can find your content easily inside of Pinterest and also out of Pinterest. So your board names should not be creative, they should be searchable. Here's exactly how I find the right names for my board. You can either use a paid tool like PinClicks. I find it very valuable to find keywords for your board names and also for your pin descriptions and pin titles. Or if you're not ready for a paid tool, you can also use the Pinterest Trends tool, which is completely free. The main difference is that the free Pinterest tool will show you keywords that are trending, and while PinClicks will show you keywords that are searchable the whole year round. And you will also be able to see the volume search inside of PinClicks. If, by the way, it's something that you want to try, I will leave the link in my description and in the pinned comment so you can try it for free for 5 days. So, for example, I would type my main topic, let's say something like classy nails, and I look at what Pinterest suggested or what we will find on PinClicks. Every one of these suggestions is a keyword that real people are searching for on Pinterest. So those are your board names. Now, one thing that matters just as much as the board name is the board description. Most people either just leave the board descriptions completely blank or just write something very fast. It's a massive opportunity missed. So here's the formula that I use to create great board description. So just start with the main keyword, describe what kind of pins are in the board, and use at least 3 to 5 related keywords naturally. Let me show you a real example. I will show you a board of my own creator's account that has something similar niche of classy nails. So this is a board called Classy Vacation Nails, and here's the board description. I share my favorite classy vacation nails and amazing ideas for chic vacation manicure or classy beach nails. Follow for fresh ideas and inspirations so you can have classy summer nails that go from simple white nails to trendy summer nails. So I use many related keywords and you will find everything in the content there. See how specific that is? Pinterest now knows exactly what is this board about, who is it for, and how to match it with the right searches. Okay, so now you got your board set up correctly. Now, which pins go where? This confuses people up more than anything else. So let me make it simple. First thing, every pin goes to the most specific board first. Not your most popular board, the most relevant board. If I make a pin about 17 pink nails to try this summer, it won't go in the nail out board, even if it has more saves. Why? Because relevant signals more than popularity signal for new pins. So in this case, I will save it inside of a board called pink nails. Now, I told you to create niche specific boards. After you create them, don't forget about them. Remember to always keep them all active, adding new pins whenever you publish about that specific topic. Pinterest prioritizes boards that have consistent, relevant content. So, the more you add to your core boards, the more authority they will build over time. And this is what actually makes Pinterest so powerful for passive growth. You're not starting from zero every time you post, you're building on something. Now, if you already have an account and your boards are a mess, don't panic. Here's how to fix it without losing everything. So the first step is go through every board and ask yourself, does this board have a clear searchable keyword in the name? If not, rename it, update your description. If the board is too generic, you can leave it with updated SEO-friendly name and description and create more rich specific board. Just make sure to do it slowly. Don't create 50 boards all in the same day, otherwise you will trigger Pinterest spam behavior. Step 2. Check all your board descriptions. If they are blank or generic, rewrite them using the formula that I showed you earlier for Pinterest board descriptions. Step 3. Look for boards with fewer than 5 to 10 pins. Either add content there if you're still creating about this kind of topic, or if you won't be creating anything about that anymore, maybe you erase them. Just make sure if you have any important pins inside of them that are getting views, move them to another board before erasing this board. Step 4. Delete or make secret any boards that have nothing to do with your niche, especially if you're using them just for a personal inspiration. You can have them as secret boards. So I have boards, for example, when I was planning my wedding, it was something personal. I didn't leave it open, so I just made a secret board so I didn't have to create a whole new Pinterest account just for that. So in case they're not related to your content or they are not your own personal content, just leave it as a secret board. Now, before I get into the important question that everybody wants to know, which is how many boards should I have in my account, I want to mention something. If you're starting from scratch or you're restructuring your whole account, I have put together a free Pinterest Growth Blueprint Guide that covers not just board but everything related to Pinterest with my 5 proven steps on how to grow on Pinterest. You can download it completely for free in the link in my description or in the pinned comment. So grab it before you do anything else on Pinterest. So the exact number of how many boards you should have in your Pinterest account can actually varies according to your niche and your content. If you're just starting out and we will start to publish your pins now, I would go with something like 10 boards, build slowly. So maybe create 5 boards to start and start adding the other 5 with some time in between. Let's say during 1 month or even 2 months if you don't publish content too often. I would say that 10 to 15 boards is a good number of Pinterest boards for an account, especially for a new account. So they are not too generic and they can be more niche specific boards. Then with time, of course, you can grow and you can grow your content and add more boards. For example, I have almost 100 boards on my own created account. Just keep in mind that my account is more than 10 years old. So of course, I didn't create 100 boards overnight. It was everything with time. Make sure to don't create 100 boards overnight because that will definitely trigger Pinterest spam. So as you can see, with time and with Pinterest knowledge, I started to create more niche specific boards of topics that I used to publish very often. For example, I have different color nail boards like pink nails, red nails, or holidays and Christmas nails, vacation nails. So once you have a good content base, explore with creating a new board once in a while. And this is not a fact, but I did notice on my own account that when things get a little too calm and I'm not growing, when I create a new board and of course an optimized board, I notice that things get to start to grow again. So this is not proven, but it's something that I try and actually work for my account more than once. So that's a little secret for you to try. So remember, your boards are not decoration. They are one of the most powerful signals you can send to the Pinterest algorithm. Get them right once and they work for you for years. Now that your boards are all set, make sure to create pins that actually convert. So watch this next video where I'll teach you how to create pins that convert and how to optimize all of them and actually get clicks on your account.